Good day, folks. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Trevor and I am your one-armed bandit in the bush. Today I'm coming to you from Mesquite in Arizona. So I've been on the go for the last week and haven't really gotten down to doing much editing. So I'm at the Red River Casino Resort. I was actually on my way through to St. George and I spotted a sign that said, "Hey, El Cheapo rooms in a casino resort right here, $43 a night." So instead of camping last night, I've booked in and I'm now going to catch up on some editing today and try get this movie knocked out here before I leave and get back out into the desert to camp tonight. And tomorrow I'll be going on to St. George, where I'll be picking up a set of Fox shocks for the external reservoir, and those are for the rear of the Tundra, and they get fitted on Thursday morning, and then I'm going to Yui and beeline down to Death Valley from there. But in today's episode, what I'm going to be covering is after I left Wickenburg, I moved along down the trail as I was planning on taking a few days to get to Las Vegas to meet up with Tim. Actually, the 3rd was the meeting date. Tim, my buddy, insofar as getting the shock absorbers that I'm purchasing from him, as he's upgraded his. So he's giving me a good deal on the ones that were on his truck. So I'm going to try those out, see how it goes, and then I'll decide where I take the suspension from there. So the plan was not to get there too quickly, so Kingsman was the first stop. So I've got some footage of my campsite there, a little bit of drone footage above the campsite, and then it was on to Mojave. And of course, we unfortunately got caught by the weekend storm, which came through the Mojave Preserve. Well, the whole West Coast got battered, really. And we were not exactly excluded. It wasn't that severe, but nonetheless it rained. We were inside the preserve. We just really camped for the weekend. So there's no trail footage to show. I have a number of pictures that are quite cool of the sunset and where our campsite was, and some video footage around there. So that's all what's going to come in this episode. So there's going to be quite a bit. And the first chunk will be, Kingsman Camp. I'll talk about moving on to Mojave, and then I'll wrap it up with the Mojave stuff. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. The next week, I think, will be quite intense, as weather-wise, we currently are forecasting for very severe winds on Thursday, and another frontal system coming through Saturday, Sunday, with temperatures plummeting. So that's why I want to try get down to Death Valley. I want to get to lower altitudes and hang out in some warmer weather for a while before I come back up Utah, Colorado, Idaho. There's a lot of places that I still want to do, and I'd really love to get up to see Idaho. So see you in the next one. Okay, so I've arrived at camp. There's a firing with some wood. So I just want to park west-southwest because of the wind. I get the vehicle in here. Looks like it'll be okay. That firing is slightly back from me. Maybe go a little further. Let me just check for level. Well, it's not exactly all that level, but let's take a look and see. Because if it ain't that bad and it's sleepable, why not? Yeah, so that's leaning slightly right to left, slightly nose down. I think I'll take that. All right, get ready to get this tent up. Let me just switch the truck off first. Here you go. Whew. Well, that was a job. All right, so I think I must have either something that's too close to the right side
something else is causing that. I think it's probably too close to the right. Oh dear, hang on. Take a little run. The hassle doing this with one hand is, I've got to like kind of hook it with the finger and then try and thread this thing over the top. Actually doing this with a glove on is same as showering with your socks on. A little bit finicky trying to get this eye there without letting go of this rod. Feely, and in she goes. Okay. I'll just leave it like that. It's a little twisted over, but I'm pretty sure it can still fly. Just get the clip off this one. Put it on my pocket so I don't lose it. Okay, behave yourself. Hey, come back. Come back. All right, there you go. I guess that I'm just going to have to be very mindful of big winds when I try to get this fella up. Here we go, that's done. Put the ladder up just yet because the ladder goes straight over where the kitchen is. So I think what I'll do is I'll just get the gas cooker out first. When it comes time for that, I don't have to move the ladder. And there's nothing for me to put up in the tent other than tonight to take my battery up. Because to be quite frank, everything I need is in there. My pajamas are in there. Alright, I'm going to get myself a drink and then I'll sort this firing out. And I'll get everything ready and cook dinner early tonight. Okay, so as promised, sun's dropping. Time to get airborne. Yeah, let's see if we can get this drone up and take a little bit of a look at what's around us, huh? Controller, and she comes. Let's put that back up there. All right, so I can't actually connect the controller. I've just realized that. Because I'm using my phone to record with, and I got to connect my phone to this. So I will, unfortunately, have to say goodbye to you for now as I put this drone up. Let's just follow that out properly. Got to treat it real gently. These things, otherwise you just break them, and there's no point in getting all rough with it, right? So let's get the gimbal off. Actually, I'm a big believer that when you use things, whether you finished with them or not, don't just put them down anywhere. Put them back in their place. Oh, it's a little windy, ain't it? Wow. That knocked you right over. I'm so sorry about that. Let me see if I can get you out of the wind. Alright, well, I tell you what, I got the drone and everything ready. Unfortunately, you took a tumble. You all jumped off the side of my truck. It wasn't me. Someone must have said blow, blow, blow. So goodbye for now. Airborne time.
So getting the drone up at my location was a little bit of a tricky thing, as the area that this campsite was in was pretty closely bordered with private land and some state land, with a strip of BLM land in it where this campsite was. There were a number of campsites on this road, but these were right down at the end, which is what I chose to do. So really all that I've done is take it up to give you a look at the surroundings, as I don't want to start violating anything with my drone. And you'll see here that I was actually in a pretty decent basin. I had hills mostly surrounding me. The only area where there was a little bit of a challenge with this campsite was with the wind and the wind direction. But what I did was I parked nose in with the vehicle, so I had no problems with the wind there at all. But however, it did blow all night long coming up this river. So not too bad a night, great fun, and then it was on with the show. This is simply the best time of the day. As the sun is dropping, the fire's gotten going, the beer's nice and cold, and I'm nice and relaxed. Just sitting here, chilling and enjoying. So I've just been texting with my buddy Tim, and he's out in the Mojave Desert. So we've agreed, and tomorrow I am going to be heading out that way. So I'll be breaking camp early tomorrow. Well, relatively early. And I'm going to make my way to Baker, California. So I'll be leaving Arizona tomorrow and heading out that way and spending the Easter weekend out in the Mojave Desert. So with that, we'll bookend the day, and guess where I'll see you next? Exactly. See you in Mojave. So I arrived in the Mojave Desert just outside of Baker, California in the early afternoon, set up camp, and then got treated to the most glorious of sunsets. The one thing about the desert is it sure knows how to dish you up a treat over and over again. So thoroughly enjoyed my stay. Pity about the rain, but wow, was it great. And yeah, you can just see again the rain. Don't forget to hit that notification button, because there's going to be a lot of action coming over the following weeks. Looking forward to seeing you on the next show.